Alright, it's going to be the start of an annoying, complicated one. It's a super big 7 baby cabinet. Look at the difference in size it compared to that. I'm going to convert it to free play, but at the minute it has a problem. It doesn't accept couldn, believe it or not. It's set to take the £1 coin, but it's got an interesting problem. It sometimes doesn't take the credits at all. Sometimes it accepts the coin, as you heard, doesn't give the credit. I've tried it with all the different coins. It's not doing it. You see, it didn't come out, it accepted the coin again. See, what I want to do is wire up the auto start button like I've done on this one. You get credits. I can't do that at the minute because for some reason the motherboard isn't seeing the credits. There's nothing wrong with that coin acceptor, it's accepting the coin's fine. And I can put my Mars test box onto that loom and it won't operate the game. I really must stop playing these this time of night. But they're good to play. Voltex are fun to play. So I'm going to get into this maybe tonight or maybe tomorrow. And well, we'll see if we can see. I strongly suspect this board's got battery damage and it's cut some traces somewhere, but there's no schematics anywhere for these. Electrocoin didn't release them. No one's ever tried to draw them. I think the only people who really had a go at figuring out anything to do with Electrocoin schematics are a company called Concept, and they kept it to themselves as well. So I'm going to have to figure it out as I go along. I've got the manual for Big 7, I've got the manual for Super Red Bar. This is actually running Red Bar ROMs on the board. I was on eBay today and actually managed to find a MAB, M-A-B, Big 7 ROM and security card. So it'd be interesting to put them in, and I've also got a spare board coming which has had MAB something or other on it. So it'd be interesting to try them out, but before I can do anything I want to get this fixed because Big 7's a cracking little gameplay. I mean, there's a little bit of damage to the glass, but this thing's about 25, 26 year old or something like that. I don't know what 1989, what version is this? Anybody reading up Roman numerals? I think it's 93, 94 maybe? Well, the cabinet's 93, 94 anyway. The ROM itself also runs for 2001. It's an advantage of Electrocoin that they've been using the same tech for about 30 years. So, yeah. So we'll get into this now. And we'll see what we can see. There we go. Hi boys and girls! Round the back of the Big 7 again. This turned out to be a little bit of, not so much of a repair project as a research project. Yeah, Electrocoin doesn't tell you everything when they do their various kits, and neither do the aftermarket manufacturers, which, to be honest, was a bit of a pain in the backside. The reason it wasn't taking coins is that there was a problem with the loom, not the board. I've had that board out, I took it out, took the battery off, buzzed everything out, cleaned it up. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. The battery damage is very minor. What I did have was, see this gigantic loom here? This started off up here nearby the coin acceptor and it stick all the way around the machine and ended off in a plug like this. Now what I didn't know at the time was that this plug here should be fitted there like that onto plug HD11. On some machines it should be fitted to HD10, but in this one it's HD11. Reason for it is this isn't actually running a Big 7. I don't know if you can see it now if the camera will focus. It's running Super Red Bar. Now, you might think, how's that possible? Well, Super Red Bar, Big 7, Silver 7s, and a couple of other machines they made in the platform all have the same reel order, it's just to change the graphics on the reels, but the actual order of the win plan is the same. So you can swap the ROMs about between the machines to get different jackpots, and to increase the jackpots in these Big 7 machines from the £5 that they were to 15, 25 and even higher, all they did was they fitted a different kit. Now, you can get these kits, some of these boards will have Electrocoin kits on them, some will have MAB, some will have Concept. There's various different types. This Bar X over here has Concept. I think this is an actual, I thought at first it was an actual Electrocoin kit, but this is actually an MAB kit. And I've got a kit, I can actually show you one of those kits later on at a later date. But what it was Big 7 originally would use, you see this, ignore this is just me tying it off temporarily. Big 7 would use the coin loom plugged into the acceptor like that, just direct from the loom, and it would come out, it can be a bit tricky to see this, see if I can get it in view. Yeah, it would come out down there on that edge connector there, actually comes down to pin 16 on this side of that edge connector. But with the MEB kits and later kits, they used all the I/O up on the edge connector for different things. So instead, what they did was they moved the coin acceptor out to one of these two connectors here. On this one, it should be HD11. On the early MEB kits, you actually had a loom that came from HD10, and it went off to an interface board which would sit here with dip switches, and there'd be another connector that would come up here, and that would go to your coin loom. With the later MEB kits and Concept kits, you still had your interface loom here. Look at the state of it. But it would be spliced into this, and then this would connect to the coin loom, and your coin acceptor port came back to here, HD11. This one comes off HD11. But I've cut out the middleman here. I'm not putting this gigantic loom in the machine. It's a bloody mess. So what I've done is I've got my auto start button disconnected and wired up to fly lead down there, and all I've done is I've come down, one side of it goes to pin 5 on HD11, which is the pound input, and with any jammer board or fruit machine board or anything like that, to activate a switch you just ground it. There are a couple of exceptions, but the general rule is you ground it. So I found a convenient grounded point on HD10 there. Pin 3 and pin 4 are ground for HD10. And now, it's murder to reach round. There we go. That's a bit better. You see, you might notice this one's hissing away like the Bar X was. And, oh, I never showed you that video, did I? Yeah, I never showed you that video. I haven't uploaded that video yet, but this power supply was originally in that, and I borrowed this one out of that to stop that one hissing, because this one didn't work. It's nothing to do with the sound or anything on the motherboard. There's bad capacitors in the switch mode power supply in there. With these you've got a jammer switcher in there as well as a transformer. It's no biggie. But yeah, I just thought I'd make this video to show you guys, because I've noticed a few posts on the Mecca and various other forums that people have been having problems with changing game ROMs in these and then finding the coin acceptors don't work, and that's why. It's simply that they've taken the coin I/O off the bottom edge connectors there and they put it up here onto separate ports, which in a way is handier because it means you can change the coin loom if you have any problems. If you have a break in the coin loom with this and you're connected to it down there, you've got to take all this assembly out to get to them. Anyway, I'll show you where I found it. Right, I'll show you. I mean, this probably will focus very well. It might do. It'll get it eventually. There you go. This is an extract from the Electrocoin Red Bar manual. When you're trying to fix one of these machines, doesn't matter what cabinet you've got, find out what ROM you've got, and then get the manual that corresponds to the game. This is Super Red Bar, and you see there, pin 16. This is what connector 1. It's edge connector 1, pin 16, Mars Mech £1. I buzzed all that out from the acceptor down to this pin. Worked fine. But this isn't where the coin loom was coming from. So I traced that track all the way back into the main board and everything was fine. So next I went and done a bit of research, see, got connector 1 and where is it? You got, yeah, I've gone past it here. Yeah, edge connector 1, and then you've got edge connector 2, which does some things, and then you've got a description of what your high current output's do and various other things. But yeah, the Mars Mech doesn't go into that edge connector. It's obvious it doesn't go into that edge connector. I buzzed it out. Oh, the connection's there to the coin acceptor loom. The track's there on the board, but it doesn't respond to it. So then I've done a bit of research and I found this. And it mentions there the coin loom connects to HD10 with that interface board. So on the off chance, I still had that extra loom plugged into the machine at the time. On the off chance, I connected it up to HD10. Nothing. All that happened was the loom got a bit hot. And it turned out it was going a bit hot because I was grounding half the coin returns from the mech. The loom by connected to HD10. I thought, what's going on here? I've just about blown up my coin acceptor. And I'm following what I'm seeing on the forum. And no, I've done a bit more digging. So, knowing that it's not going to the edge connector, and it wasn't going to HD10, there's only one other plug it can go to on that Electrocoin board. There's only 2 input plugs on the top of the board. Everything else goes to the edge connector. So I've done a bit more digging and should have it here. And here is another manual. This is Silver 7. The same connector, connector 1. None of the coin outputs are there. But if you scroll around, take a look at that. It is HD11. So the Silver 7 I think is concept, or it might be Electrocoin, because I think there's maybe an MEB version of it as well. But in Silver 7, all the coin outputs go to HD11. So all I done was I connected pin 5 of that across the switch onto a convenient ground which I found in HD10, and job done. So I think the moral of that story is do your bloody research before you undertake something. Because I could have been lost in the weeds for days if I didn't have access to these manuals. I'm glad I did. Glad I did have them to hand. Glad I have very good friends online that can help me with these things when I get a bit perplexed. I know a guy called BF74 in the forums. What he doesn't know about Electrocoin isn't worth knowing. And I'll tell you something else. If you have an electromechanical machine from the 70s, he is the go-to man on the forums. Give him a buzz on the forum, give him a buzz through messaging or whatever. If you've got a problem with an Electrocoin machine or an electromechanical machine, the old Belfries like Super Nurse Gambler, High Stepper, stuff like that, he's the man to go to. Because what he doesn't know isn't worth knowing. So anyway, that was that mystery solved, and now I've got a working Big 7. And I've got some nice optional extras for Big 7. And I'm hoping to keep it for a few years. If you like what I'm doing, subscribe, drop a comment, drop me a line if you've got a problem. Don't drop me too many lines. Remember, I work from my kitchen. I don't have a workshop. I wish I did, but I don't. But I'll help in any way I can. Anyways, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my Saturday night, and bye for now.